Now let's bring in Chief Washington correspondent and host of Face the Nation, Bob Schieffer. Great to have you with us, Bob. Good morning.
Thanks, Rebecca.
So you see this information coming out of Jan Crawford's report that essentially the Cain camp is painting this as it's something that is getting their supporters riled up. They're adding more money to Cain's pot. Do you think that can continue? In particular, can that support continue if this individual comes forward?
I think it's going to be very, very difficult, Rebecca. It's interesting when these kinds of things happen in campaigns. The first thing the person who's being accused of something does is announce that their fundraising has gone up, and sometimes that does happen. But this story, I mean, it changes by the minute. The day before yesterday, as Herman Cain was making his way through Washington, it was almost like stay tuned for the next chapter, because the next chapter may be absolutely contradictory of what the previous stop disclosed. So I think the Cain campaign is in real trouble, frankly.
And these chapters that you mentioned, they have a lot of infighting going on. You have Perry saying now he's going to fire a staffer if they were the one who leaked the story. You have Cain threatening the Perry camp, saying basically they're the ones who put me in this place. Now racism put him in this place. What does this do to the GOP contenders for the 2012 election?
Well, I think that is one of the most interesting parts of all of this. You know, we've had more debates than ever early on. I think they've been terrific. I mean, they've been attracting large audiences. I think we're finding out a lot about these candidates. But this stuff, it's hard to see how well. I think it does help some of the candidates. I mean, I've had several people who know a lot more about Republican politics than I do tell me that they think in the end that Newt Gingrich may actually emerge as the alternative to Mitt Romney. We've had these various candidates that have come and gone that have sort of been challenging for that role. First it was going to be Michelle Bachmann, then it was going to be Rick Perry. Newt Gingrich is sort of still standing, so as long as he stays out of the line of fire, it may well be him. But there's another thing to notice here. Mitt Romney is staying well away from this. You know, there's this old saying in politics, don't get between a man and a firing squad. Let the firing squad do its work. You haven't heard a word out of Mitt Romney. And when the Perry campaign tried to blame this on the Romney campaign, they didn't try to engage on that. They just came back with two words, not true. And you're going to see that stance by Romney throughout all of this. They want to see this play itself out. So is it helping anybody? I think, yeah, it probably is helping Mitt Romney to some extent, and whoever the next alternative to Romney is going to be. And a lot of Republicans think that may well be Newt Gingrich.
Yeah, Newt Gingrich is a name that's coming up more and more in light of all of this. CBS's Bob Schieffer in Washington. Thanks, Bob.
You bet.